Yo, what is going on, guys? So in this video, I want to go ahead and talk to you about something that is pretty much guaranteed to be good in Madden 21, and that's going to be high-low reads. So one of the key offensive staples in every Madden throughout the entire time I've played, and keep in mind, it's a long time. I've been playing Madden since Madden '07. I've been playing Madden competitively since Madden '08. So you guys can do the math. It feels like forever. But basically, one of the staples on offense every single year is high-low reads. What that means is typically you have a underneath route, like a drag, an in, a slant, something along those lines that attacks the very short middle of the field. And you also have a deep crossing route, whether it's, a deep crosser, whether it's a post, basically something that's going to get over the top of hook zones, or really any middle zone, yet not go deep enough to really challenge a deep third. And that's basically what you're looking for. And you can build your entire offense around this concept. It's really that simple. Every single year, no matter what year it is, whether it's a run heavy year, a pass heavy year, doesn't matter. Your offenses will use basically different variations of high-low reads. Now, I'm going to show you in this video three of my favorite that have been dominant for basically years at this point. So that way you guys can take a look at them. You can try to find the routes when Madden 21 drops, or you can simply use these formations and basically, create your own little schemes out of it to dominate day one. All right, guys. So the first one we're going to go ahead and take a look at is going to be the gun bunch, and the play is going to be called mesh post. You guys are very familiar with this. Now, the reason I want to focus on this play in general is because it utilizes a high-low read concept where you have dual drags and a sharper post route that goes over the middle of the field. The reason this is so good is because it forces your user defensively to play very short to guard and bait between the two drags. If you do not guard between the two drags, no zone, no defense, no zone coverage or man coverage, anything like that is going to have any shot at playing the drags. So basically, your opponent gets stuck in a pickle in the sense that they have to guard either short or deep. They can't guard both, creating your first initial high-low read concept, right? You have the two drags underneath. If they bite down to play the drags, you have the sharper post over the top. Now, this is only the first concept I'm going to be bringing you. Next, I'm going to talk about the one out of the play inside switch, out of the gun bunch tight end. Alright, guys, so now we're back with the gun bunch tight end, and the play itself is going to be called inside switch. Now, the concept we are going to be utilizing will be a slant flat combination on one side of the field and a post route on the other. So here you'll see that we have a high-low read concept between the slant that we can always throw as a low pass or wait till he clears the zone, as you see there. And you have the post route going to the backside, or in this case to the right. Now, this is a little bit different than the first high-low read concept I broke down. Basically, what I mean by that is where in mesh post, you have to bait shallow to deep in the center of the field. Generally, that's where your user has to go. In this one, you have to bait, the sidelines. You have to bait whether or not you're going to follow the cross to the left, or if you're going to, be able to follow the cross back to the right. Pretty much giving you another high-low read concept, but it changes the way that you have to actually user it. Now, you also, utilizing the flat slant combination, take advantage of the flat zones. It forces your opponent to respect not only the shallow, but also the deep on this. So now we're going to go ahead and get into the Trey Y flex formation. All right, so now we're in Trey Y flex. We're going to be utilizing the play PA crossers here. Now, I like these trip sets because this allows us to utilize motion to change the different types of high-low reads we're going to use. For instance, here, by motioning over that drag and hiking him once he passes the tight end, we have a compressed type of high-low read, meaning they have to respect not only the quick pass that goes short to the drag we're motioning over, but they also have to respect the deep crossing route that goes directly over the top of where the linebackers or the user would be. It's pretty much impossible to bait those two routes without having a crazy ability like Lurker. So not only do you have the ability to, hit the drag short over the middle right away, you have the crosser deep, but they are both going to the sidelines. So your opponent's really going to have to pick one and follow it all the way through. More times than not, they're going to guard the deep crossing route. But what that does is it gives you the quick little dump off route to the drag route. It lets you pick up your 4 or 5 yards or so with the potential for a big gain. Now, the next thing I want to talk about is going to be the same play. We're in PA crossers, but we're going to mix up the different high-low read. In this case, I'm not utilizing motion. I'm just putting a drag route by the wide receiver. What this does is it gives them another high-low read from a compressed type of an alignment, but instead of trying to, guess which way the, shallow route's going, this one is going to the same side of the field as the deep crosser, meaning your opponent has to pick and choose to guard deep or to guard short. And the final one I'm going to talk about is once again going to be at a PA crossers, but this one is going to be utilizing a simple drag or an in route on the far outside receiver. You would utilize a high-low read in this regard if your opponent is utilizing a heavy blitz, but also has a good user and can bait you with the intermediate, quick pass to B and the drag that we're motioning over, for instance. You don't want to ever give your opponent the ability to make a play with the user, especially if they have a good user and they are sending a heavy blitz. This is the type of high-low read you really want to go to. Just based upon the spacing, there's no way that they can guard both routes, which is key. So that's going to go ahead and conclude this video, guys. I do hope you enjoy. If you did and you want to see more content like this, please like, subscribe, and leave a comment down below.